Showtime! Back to action.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another review, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Red Dragon Megazord and the Lion Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now I finally got the rest of the Zords. I also was able to get White Tiger Zord and Saba. So here in this video we're going to focus on these two swords, and then we're going to do the transformations. So here I have the boxes. I did take them out of the boxes, obviously, because I was just too excited. And I just started messing around with the swords just to see how the articulations are and all that stuff. So here we're going to just start off with this box. It's the same pretty much as the rest of them. We just have the Lion Megazord here, and it's showing you basically where to put the sword on top. And basically that's pretty much it. There's nothing much to do with him. Pretty much the same. I didn't want this video to be super long. It may be a little long, but so here, as you can see, there's no lion inside. I took him out, and he's basically going to be the chest of the full Thunder Megazord. So that's pretty much it. Not going to focus too much on that. I'll just leave it in the background. And then the Red Dragon. It's pretty cool. This is one of my favorite Zords. So here you have him as the dragon mode, and then the warrior mode over here. Pretty awesome. And then this is how the front looks, Red Dragon. And then you see here in the photo that he's basically the main center piece of the whole sword. Like if you don't have him, then you can't do the Thunder Megazord. So you kind of have to collect them all, basically. Yeah, so enough with the boxes. Leave them out in the back because they look pretty cool. All right, so we're going to jump into Red Dragon in warrior mode. Now this looks amazing. Compared to the original Red Dragon Megazord, they've been like amazing. And I think this is this would be, I think it's hard to say that this is better than the OG version, because there's a lot of things that I wish that this Red Dragon Megazord has. Now this Red Dragon Zord is pretty amazing. Like besides all the ratchets that it has, pretty much almost everywhere. Now obviously this is plastic, but it's not just a cheap plastic. Like it feels like they have been doing over the years, a lot of years, a massive upgrade on the plastic for toys. Now this looks, and I'll try to do a comparison with the original one as well, but this looks amazing. Now I kind of looked over my original Red Dragon, and from what I remember, he's just missing some paint here on the tail part, which that's easy to fix if you really wanted to go that way. But pretty much he's freaking super cool. Like all the details and the vibrant colors that he has as well, like it's just seamless. Like when I started transforming him into the dragon, it was pretty simple and easy. Like I'm gonna do that in a few seconds, but I just wanted to show you all the details. Now we do have a lot of paint and some decals, which is very nice. Trying to see if I can get it all in the screen there. Not that much colors in the back, but this is how the original ones kind of looked, which is pretty nice. Now, so let's quickly try to do this transformation. Let's see. Just gotta be careful. Like that was a little bit to take off. Now you have the dragon's face here, and the mouth has articulation there. It just opens and closes. There you go. And there's the face. Looks pretty nice. Like all the colors here, especially the gold, are very vibrant. The tail, it's pretty easy to put on and take off because there's two little holes there. So you just place it in the middle and push it, and that's pretty much it. And then we have, let's see, articulations. I mean, everything just moves around, and you hear that. Satisfying. Same as the other leg as well. the arms go all the way up and down. And then now for the transformation, let's see if I remember this. So the arms do open up like that to have the dragon's arms as well. So we're just gonna do this. See if I remember this. So we want this to be the front. So it has this opening here as well, which it clips in here. Just gonna, because this will be like the center. Actually, I couldn't get it earlier for this to click there, but this tab here clicks on top here. There's two holes there. See? So there you go. And then we have articulations there for the neck. All right, I think we're getting there. And then you want to make sure you turn the arms around because you want the hands, which also do have articulations, which is pretty nice. So you want both of the legs like that. And just the mechanism on these hands are like insane. Like, that's pretty cool. And it's simple. It's not complicated. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. And then here we have for the tail. So the way you're going to know if it's right or not is there's a articulation bend here, but you don't want the tail to bend that way. I mean, you can if you want. I think this is the correct way instead of the other way. And then the tail would go underneath his foot, which there is an opening there, and then you just push it in. Now, I'm not sure if that's another thing because the tail part, there's an open part here. I think it's supposed to be the other way around. So if you do turn it around, see, you have it kind of like this, which I don't know if it looks right like that, but you can't bend the tail. So I'm going with this. Now, guys, let me know in the comments. Oh, there goes the tail. So this is the Red Dragon mode. Let's not forget the head, guys. So arms are open. We got the back legs ready. Just gonna put this there for a second, and then now we're gonna hide the head. And there's a clip there, so it's there secure. Open the mouth. There's a little opening in the back of the head there, which is gonna go where the foot part goes. This little peg there. Push it in, and then now we have a Red Dragon Megazord. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. This is insane. Like, and you can obviously put it however you want, head a little higher, but this looks pretty awesome. Now, I just can't get over the mechanical parts. Like, it's just pretty simple. Like, that's it. And then to open it, you basically just open it, and then you see how it works. The same goes for the front, which is pretty awesome. All right, so now we're gonna go back into warrior mode. So, and just let me know if I went too fast. I can always do another video and definitely try to show you guys how to do the transformations. So I want to turn this around. That's super satisfying. There we go. Just make sure we close the hands there. Perfect. And just try to be careful. I love that we have articulation, open hands. You can open and close them, obviously, for the staff, which is pretty nice. And then we just remove this back. And then, oh, this came off already. So basically, you just pull this, put the dragon head, and then you want to just slide this in, this piece here, right in the center there. and you should hear it click. There we go, and then we put that down there. All right, so there's your warrior mode, and this looks amazing. Like, I love the colors. They're really vibrant, and it just looks freaking awesome. All right, so I'll come back to you in a second. Look at that. I already forgot. Sorry, guys. The tail tip goes in the center here. Perfect. Now we can put the head down there, and then here we have him. Perfect. Also, I did forget to mention, I got a little bit ahead of myself. They all come with manuals. Now you can see that red Dragon Zord, he's basically the center of the Thunder Megazord. Like, you need him, right? So, and here basically shows you technically how to do everything. So it's pretty easy to do that. You just gotta follow the pictures and read what it says. But all right, so we're gonna move on to the Lion Megazord. So here we have his little manual. It's the same. They all come with the same. It basically shows you where he goes on the Thunder Megazord. And here it tells you where the sword goes on top of the shield, and then all the pieces that it comes with and how to put them in and change them. The head, the helmet goes in the back just like the original one, which I thought that was pretty cool. And then this is the interesting part, where the sword goes on top of the shield, which is interesting, but it has a cool mechanism, and I'll show you that now. But it's awesome how they thought about that. So here we have the Lion Megazord. Super, super cool. Now, we do have a lot of shiny paint and some decals, which is fine. We do have the helmet, which attaches in the back, just like the OG version. Now, the helmet does look a little bit big, but this Zord is pretty big. Like, he's huge, so I think it makes sense. Now, I can't wait to see the helmet on the Thunder Megazord, because I haven't been able to do that yet. So we're just gonna quickly take a look. We can take it apart. Pretty simple, like how they made this. It's like simple to attach, and it's just I guess the easiest for kids, because these are technically for kids. But and the same in the bottom here, just comes off like that, and I'll show you a little closer. Now these are decals here all over, and then we do extend our feet, this is new. I haven't seen that. Like, the OG one doesn't have this, but they both extend the feet a little bit. So that was interesting. And then this part here, we can have them in the battle mode, which I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm just gonna have them basically the same. So yeah, so they both do the same thing. A nice silver on both of them, and the arms are inside, so as you can see, which is pretty cool. This one as well. Nothing to, this is pretty much as simple as it gets. Like, you don't need to do anything else with this. Like, articulation is perfect. It's smooth. So, and then here we have the chest piece. Now, when I saw this bit, this was pretty cool. Like, look at the lion's face. Look at those eyes, the vibrant green and red. It is insanely beautiful. Now, this is painted. I'm just making sure it is painted. Like, it's insane how they did that. I don't think decals do well with small little spots like this, so I think this was the right move. and the gold is really nice and shiny. And then the back, which I thought it was pretty cool. This is just like the original one. And it does come just like the original one with these levelers there, which you're going to push in front of the chest so it can attach. And also with Tiger Zord. And that you will see that in a future video when I do the review of the Tiger Zord. And then now, this is one of my favorite parts. So before I change it up, so basically we have the sword here. Sword is pretty nice. There you go. It looks very familiar from the original one. It's missing some gold and black here, which is not a huge thing. And then this here is the holster. Pretty straightforward. This also looks like the original one. It may be a little bit thicker. Has some details there. And then the other side as well. And then when you put the sword in and you push it, you get this like nice little satisfaction click. So, which is pretty cool. And now, here when you have the mask down, you can definitely put the sword on top. So that's the point of that. So that's something new. So as you can see, I thought when I first saw it, it was weird, but you know, it's a nice spot to like storage your sword if you want to showcase them like this on your shelves. I think this is how it goes. So there's your Lion Megazord. Now let's do the chest piece, which is probably my favorite part of the Lion. So basically you just put this down and you turn it and you push it in. That's it. How freaking cool is that? I never thought they would do something like this. Like maybe like a little door opening, but this is, I like this way, the mechanisms there. Pretty awesome. It sucks because I thought you could have put maybe small miniature like rangers there, but I will be asking for too much. But that looks freaking awesome. All right, now I'm just trying to see before I transform all of them. I just want to make sure we looked at everything. And again, if you guys have any questions, just put them down in the comments down below. And so let's take a quick look at the helmet. So it looks very similar to the original one. It's just a bit wider. Pretty cool. We took a look at the feet and the arms. All right, I think we're good to go. Now I'm going to bring the rest of the Zords in and then we'll do the transformation. All right, so here we have all the Zords and let's just get right into the transformation here. All right, so we're going to go with the unicorn. Again, I do have in my channel the reviews on the unicorn, Firebird, and Griffin. So, all right, so we're going to take that missile out. Want to take this silver part, the shield of the leg of the red dragon. Then you're going to do that. Want to put the legs just like that. And that blue is freaking beautiful. And all right, so, and then we're going to do Griffin, which we're going to take the missile out. Actually, we're going to just shoot it. Oops, sorry. Push that in. Push that down the same because they're technically almost the same as Zord. Well, at least the whatchamacallit, the transformation basically. So here we have the 2 feet. Oh my god, this is gonna be huge. I'm gonna have to move this camera once I get into the top parts. All right, so here we have. All right, so guys, bear with me. I should have done this off camera before, which I tried. I almost tried actually. All right, so we want this like that, the feet like that, I believe. And we wanna, let's see. This may be a little bit of a hard part there. Oh, okay. You hear a click, which is always good and satisfying. Here the same. Push down. You saw that. And then the legs. There you go. You got to bend it a little bit, unfortunately. That looks a little bit weird that his legs have to be like that. But the reason, what I think is because this will be too close to each other. So you need that little bit of space. What I did think is that they should have made this way thinner, the side parts. So like that, the legs can, close a little bit more. But that's what we got. All right. So then let me see if I remember the transformation. I haven't done this in a while. All right. So we want to do Firebird. Firebird will take her tail out. Oh, there goes one of her missiles. Let me just remove the staff as well. There we go. Turn it around. And then there's two clips on the back behind the legs, those black ones. Let me just turn these like that. So that's out of the way. And then we want to just push that in there. You should be able to hear a click there. And there. Perfect. There we go. Then we gotta close these just like that. And there is knots. I thought there were little clips there on the side to clip the legs, but no. Okay, so you just gotta make sure you close the wings like that. All right, we're getting there. All right, so then we'll do, I don't know if you have to do, I can't remember if you do the arms first or the chests. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe, let's see. All right, so we take out these out, right? Because we're gonna put this in the center. And it's gonna go in between those arms there. Just gotta make sure it goes in there. There we go. Oh, the head is trying to come out. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna have to move the camera a little bit higher. So here, I think so far, this is how it looks. I think that's right. All right, and then the arms, we want to make sure we put the right one on the right side. So the thumb is here. So we want to put this here. It's pretty much the same as the original ones. You just push that in there. It's supposed to clip. I think that was it. Oh, okay. I think that was it. That was a bit too easy. Huh. All right, so I'm gonna do the same with the other one. There we go. All right, guys, we are getting there. And then, here we go, let's see. So we want him to obviously hold the staff. So this comes apart as well, the staff. Let's see, actually, let's put on the tail of the Firebird and we put that in there just, is it the other way? Oh, wait, hold on. Hold your horses. So if this goes like that, there we go. And then the staff end there. You can already see how huge this Zord is. Like, all right, helmets now. Moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this in without a problem. Gonna make sure the ears of the red dragon, they go inside these two little holes, and then you should be able to push down because there's two little entrance holes there. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, I think I got that in there. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Now, look at this Thunder Megazord. Like, he is huge. Now, I do have my OG one here on the side. Before that, let me just put his Zord there. All right. Now, this is going to go over the Firebird. So, let's see. It has a hook here just to hook it on. Firebird, hopefully that doesn't fall and make a disaster. I wish they would have thrown in a fake like chain for the sword, just like the original one. But you know, it's fine. So there it is. Feels like there's a lot going on, but this is a big Zord. Like, this looks freaking awesome. All right, so this is the Playmates Thunder Megazord. And then I'm just going to bring in real quick my original Thunder Megazord. Oh boy, the original. Whoa. Now, look at this, guys. Put this down a little bit more. Perfect. Now, I'm trying to see right now if it's the same height. And I feel like, sorry, I'm just getting down to see. I think it's the same size. Maybe it's just the Playmates version is just an inch maybe taller. But this looks, I mean, come on. Like, you can look at it from the sides. And then the back, you can see just differences. This is the original one. Pretty thick sword. This one is a little slender, but it doesn't look weird. Like, it's fine. Like, I like both of them. Obviously, I like the original more. When I did get this original one, I actually got it last year brand new with the decals not even put on. But it does have the new decals that I put on that I received to make it look like this version, like the original ones. So this is all decals. It's not. I didn't like the lightning bolt decals and all that stuff on the original one. So I was like, nah, let me just get the newer version. So this is freaking like, this is cool to have this one. So this, obviously this version has more chrome, this one doesn't, but this is very cool to play with. Like, if I wanted to just mess around with a Thunder Megazord, this is what I would go for. This one's gonna be more like just for display, basically. But yeah, and this is what I was talking about, the sword here. So I did a little bit of custom work on the sword. So this was pretty much plain, and then I did I put the decals on, but then there was no way of attaching the chain. So I used these like gold decals that I had extra, and I just wrapped it around there. And then I painted the handle there on the staff. I'm not gonna do any of that on the new one, just because I think like that's good in how it is. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. So it kind of makes it look more fancier, as you can see. But yeah, this is freaking phenomenal, guys. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Like, I can't get over it. Like, there's some minor things that this sword doesn't have, and that's like some decals or paint stuff, which is nothing in the world, but this is still a beautiful Thunder Megazord. Like, they did an amazing job. Like, I hope that they continue doing this kind of work with the rest of the Zords if they do decide. I guess, you know, the line has to do well with sales and all that stuff in order for them to keep making more Power Ranger stuff. So, but this is freaking awesome. I have nothing else to say, but I do want to like continue messing around with it and all that stuff. But let me just quickly show you guys before I end this video. I want to show you side by side for the Playmates version and the original ones. I also have the legacy version, but I won't compare that because that's a different beast. But I will show you a quick video of it towards the end on how I have it with the Tiger Zord in, I don't know what's it called, Ultra Megazord or Mega, I don't know, something like that. All right, I did forget to put, now if you want, you can put the missile on Griffin, right, underneath. You can't really do it with a Unicorn, but the Firebird's missiles, you can definitely put, there's a spot for it behind, which is pretty cool, interesting. Now, we didn't have any of these with the original swords because these are just new, basically. I think this thing's supposed to go underneath. That's why it's not going to look right. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. All right, so let me just, I think this red tab is supposed to go underneath. Oh boy, I think so, which it would make more sense. There we go, there we go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so that red tab goes underneath Firebird. My bad. Again, like I didn't mess around with this, so this is still new to me. All right, so let's strain you up a little bit. All right, so real quick, the cannons go back here, which is nice that we can storage that there as well. Now we're looking great. And then also, if you want to pose them with the sword, the swords are huge. Like, oh my god, I'm like, all right, so if you want to do that and put the sword inside, you can. There you go. Now what a beast. Look at that. All right, guys, so I'm going to do a quick comparison with all the Zords. So we're going to start off with the Firebird. Now, it's crazy. Now I got to see which one is what version. That's how good they look. All right, so here on my left side, we're going to have the Playmates, and then on the right side, we're going to have the Bandai version, okay? So I'm trying to get them in frame, but... So here we have the Playmates version. Just nice. Here is all decals. They're both all decals, actually. Now you can see the minor differences on the decals, like the design, but the tail as well. The tail is, yeah, the same in the back. There you can see that it is the Playmates version on my left. It is a bit bigger, like look at the face. The Bandai version is more like sharp. The gold is almost the same, nice and glossy. The tails are different as well. They're all going to be different because they're two, different generations. So here we have the back. No details whatsoever. The only difference is these black little legs, I think they are. But yeah, Firebird, pretty straightforward. I'm not going to lie. The other Zords are a little bit more exciting than the Firebird. All right, so let's do the original one here and the Playmates version here. Now, this looks, I mean, they both look freaking awesome. Like, I love that I have both versions. Like, this is the best original one, obviously. And especially that I bought it new, like sealed, last year. And I put my own decals. I enjoyed doing that. And it was just so much fun. And to look at it now, it's been on display for a while. So now that I'm looking at it, it's like, wow. But the Playmates one, it's You can see, let's see the differences. So here we have a different like decal color here, which in the Playmates version, it's more yellow. But for the most part, everything is almost pretty much the same. Actually, this is this side. So let me just do this. Just minor little paint stuff that are different, but nothing too crazy. Then the front there, you can see the size. The original one is more wider, and then the Playmates is thinner. It feels almost the same weight. Like I said before, like this is like good upgraded, like I guess we call them plastic, hard plastic, or whatever it is. But also we both have the wheels, which is nice. They move. This is the back. And the other side, this side. So I mean, they both are beautiful swords, like no complaints whatsoever. They have a little bit of a difference, but that's not that important to me. Like, all right, unicorn. Here is unicorn. Now the colors on the OG ones, which is on this side, is more like, I want to say cartoony-ish, and I don't know. It's just different, basically. Here we have the front. Put this side like that so you can see. So these are going to be pretty much the same. Maybe the colors are just a little bit different, like the yellow. But other than that, it's beautiful. All right, so we're gonna move on to the lion. Gotta remember which one is okay, because I want to make sure I'm putting them in the right side. Now this is a big one, guys, because the lion is a big Zord. So this is huge. Like, look at this. All right. So here we have the top part of the Thunder Megazord. So there we have the helmets. You can see the difference. We have chrome on the Bandai one. No chrome on the Playmates one. Just a nice subtle matte gold, which is nice. I actually probably prefer that just because chrome over time, they do start chipping. But other than that, this looks amazing. Like, I love the face. Look at the face on both of them. Like, they're both... This one looks a little bit more cartoony. This one looks more like, obviously it's the original one, but decals, some similarities, some are different. On the top of the head of the lion, and then his, I guess, his beard. So like I said before, I used the decals from this version, the newer version, not the lightning bolt decals, the OG, decals from before. So, because I wanted a modern look. And the chests, again, one more time, the side here. Let me just show you the back. So, pretty much everything is almost identical. Mostly the same mechanisms, except I believe the chest piece, which you already saw that, how that works. With the Bandai one, you have this top. Like, they could have gone this way, because this has a little mechanism, and this came actually with the small tiny mini rangers that you can put inside, which is awesome. But I love this mechanism as well, where you open and you turn around. It's different. It's pretty cool. All right, that is your Lion Megazord. And then last but not least, the Red Dragon Megazord. Here is the big one. So as you can see, he is taller a little bit. This is the Bandai version, and then we have the Playmates on the left. Now, just gonna see some. So this is missing a little bit of paint, nothing insane. Like the tail here, you see this is gold. It has red on top. Here is missing the gold and the red outline around the waist. What else do we have? We're missing the silver stuff here as well. The face looks pretty good. Just a little bit of a different outlining. We have the sides, the nice bright green on both sides. I don't want you to fall now. Now to see the back should be this almost the same. Yeah, pretty much we're missing the silver parts there as well, which is not a huge deal. And here we do have decals in the back. Here we don't have anything, which is fine because this it's gonna be covered anyways. Like, yes, if they would have had, if they had it there, yeah, that would have been cool. But it's not the end of the world. All right, so let's see. I just love this. This is, I can't wait to just put these back together and just enjoy them. I'm gonna have my son play with it too. Obviously not the original one, but this Playmates version. So that is a quick comparison, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully this video is not super long. But every time we say that, it ends up being long and all this stuff. But, you know, you want to make sure you get everything out there. And then if we miss anything, that's why you guys, if you're watching, you can put down in the comments any questions. Be respectful, please. Yeah, so that is it for this quick review or long review. So that was my transformation of the Thunder Megazord and the comparison. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys have these Zords already? Are you still waiting them to come out? I know there's a lot of US people that want to know, like, when is it coming out there? And I think it's coming out soon, like the next week or two. I just keep seeing that in the comments. So yeah, just keep in the lookout. Just keep looking to Amazon, Walmart, and Target, or just go to the stores because sometimes they may just pop up and not be on the website. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, hit that bell icon like that. You guys get notified when I do post a new video, because my next video is going to be the White Tiger Zord and Saba. Quickly give you a little preview. Oops. One more preview. Ready? All right, guys. Stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Ariel Diaz. Peace. I just remembered I wanted to show you guys, which I forgot. But here is the Red Dragon Warrior mode with the staff on his hands. And also I wanted to show you guys the Legacy version of the Thunder Megazord, but he's transformed with the Tiger Zord. Here we have him. This is one of my favorite Power Ranger little sections here with the Die Ranger. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright guys, now I'm officially out.